trapped by a deadly storm. Scott of the Antarctic, Captain Lawrence Oates, and another bloke await death in a tent on the Ross Ice Shelf. Captain Oates rises, utters his immortal last words. I'm just going outside, and maybe sometime. He leaves the tent, never to return. Oates hopped aboard a passing Eskimo bus and was back home in time for tea and muffins. It seems that was the script team's idea of a joke. Apparently he froze to death, which certainly makes more sense. The names Scott and Oates would be written forever into the pages of history. Curiously, the other bloke occupying the tent on that dark and fateful day would be erased from history. Who was the other bloke? Why has he been forgotten? Come with us now as we travel back through time to explore the life and adventures of the forgotten Irish explorer, Montague McGrath, or as the world knows him, the other bloke.
In the sweltering Irish summer of 1870, a new life came into the world. Montague Aloysius McGrath was born in the picturesque coastal village of Ballybureen, a happy town where man and cow lived hand in hoof. That is, until the day the cows wanted it all. Now an orphan, the teenage Montague made his way to Dublin, where he set the fashion world alight with his new creation, carpet coats.
Get set for summer, ladies, with these fabulous new carpet coats. You'll be the belle of the ball. Montague made a fortune in carpet coats, but he cut a restless figure, and in 1910 he took the next logical career step and moved from fashion to Antarctic exploration. Ye old London town was McGrath's next port of call, with its traffic chaos, friendly local cockneys, and these cheeky little scamps, all now dead of course. Montague met Scott of the Antarctic in London in the summer of 1910 and convinced him that he was the man to organize his ill-fated expedition to the South Pole. Scott wasn't keen on embarking on an ill-fated expedition, but Montague could be very persuasive and gradually won him over after a few pints. Montague persuaded Scott to save money on the journey south by traveling with the new budget carrier, Ryan Boat. The ship's cruel skipper, a Captain Micheál O'Leary, may have saved the expedition money on the journey south, but McGrath's choice of carrier was to have repercussions further down the line. They set sail in June 1910.
Would you like to buy a scratch card? Would you like to buy a scratch card? Hello, would you like to buy a scratch card?
Most Antarctic expeditions landed at Hope Bay, but Ryan Boat and Captain O'Leary saved money by docking 50 miles further east in Blizzard Cove, adding a further 9 days of perilous travel to their journey. McGrath was a deeply superstitious man, and this may have inadvertently lessened the expedition's chances of success. McGrath insisted that they take his lucky anvil along for good luck. This 800-pound weight, known as Old Betty, was something of a hindrance, and as they made their way south, 13 of the expedition's 21 Huskies died from exhaustion.
We're now dragging the sled ourselves. The last dogs fell down a crevasse when McGrath threw a stick for them to fetch. Where did he even get a stick? There aren't any trees in the Antarctic.
Progress was agonizingly slow. And this progress was slowed further by McGrath's insistence on taking weekends off and a half-day on Friday. Tensions within the party began to rise. McGrath could be an irritating and divisive figure, with his habit of starting every sentence with the word "so." Also, his strict diet of baked beans and Brussels sprouts made him less than popular in the close confines of an Arctic tent. Beaten to the pole, their food all but exhausted, the three men shelter from a terrible storm and wait for the icy hand of death. Who knows what went on in those final hours? We do, that's who. Because we've recently discovered the lost tapes from those last desperate hours, recorded on an early Apple iPhonograph. So let's give them a listen.
I'm just going outside and maybe some time.
So, that reminds me, I found this big bag of sandwiches earlier. I was sitting on them the whole time. I'm sure Oates will be back in a minute. So, is it just me or is it cold? I spy with my little eye something beginning with S.
You can't always choose snow.
I think this film has revealed why McGrath's involvement in the expedition has been erased from history. We probably shouldn't have even bothered making it. Now, let's never mention him again.